Hey everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you from downtown Manila. I've done 500 episodes, guys, and here I have. I've got a wonderful, wonderful woman on the show to talk to you today, and her name is Deborah Spring Laurel. And Deborah is president and CEO of Laurel and Associates Limited, management and training and consulting. I think she knows a little bit about it. She's done this for a mere 50 50. Don't fall off your chair, guys. 50 years. Imagine you do something for 50 years, you get very, very, very good at it, right? It's one of my mottos. I've done this stuff for a long time as well. Brief description, we provide workplace learning and performance improvement services to SaaS and tech firms, both nationally and internationally, focusing on management development. Some of you need that. Um, um, Approach key achievements or projects, design the highest rated training for the US Department of Energy, facilitated an award-winning 6-month strategy planning session for a non-profit, trained and certified over 800 trainers. Imagine that, in Jordan, Nigeria, Kenya, Zambia, UAE, USA, and more, and Croatia. Consulted in developing and first participant-centered master's degree program in entrepreneurism in Eastern Europe, generating 100 new businesses. Very fantastic, Deborah. Design and facilitate training programs for the Executive Management Institute and the University of Wisconsin School of Business for 30 years. Personal motto, I love this one. It's a new one. I've never seen this before. I'm going to steal it. Be a lamp or a lifeboat or a ladder. Those of you who get that, it's awesome. And interesting fact, Deborah being so young, she just picked up pickleball. Now she's going to work on being a champion pickleball player. It's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage, Deborah. How are you, Deborah?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. I'm
No.
happy to be here.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy you're here. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career. What happened?
Well, I have taught management skills for many years
Mhm.
for state government, for Boak Tech School, for Cardinal Stritch College, for the School of Business, University of Wisconsin-Madison Executive Management Institute.
Mhm.
But I was also working in state government, and I had a toxic boss.
Right.
I was told that I should investigate allegations against an allegedly abusive manager.
Yep.
So I investigated by talking to him, talking to his staff, looking at emails, observing, and based on my report, that manager was demoted 2 pay ranges.
Mm.
And my reward was to be ordered to report to him as my new manager.
Oh God.
And the stress was so enormous for me. I literally lost the use of my left arm, and I was in
Wow.
chronic pain. And I finally, before I had to report to this
Yep.
person,
Yep.
transferred to another position where I was welcomed and I cried because they valued what I did.
Tears of joy. Yep.
And at that time, I swore that I would make sure, to my extent possible, that no other employee experienced that kind of toxicity. And so since then, I have focused on developing managers, and a good 60% of them aren't trained.
Yeah. Nice.
So I don't think they wake up deciding, ah ha ha, I'm going to be horrible and evil,
Yeah. I love that.
although there certainly are some of them.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, they just don't have a clue.
Yeah. They're born, some of them are born like Scrooge, not Santa Claus.
Yes, yes.
Tell me, what's been the most challenging aspect of your work in general, and how do you overcome that?
Finding organizational leaders who value training because they know it has a positive impact
Mhm.
on the bottom line. I continue to write
Absolutely.
uh, blogs, articles, newsletters, podcasts, my LinkedIn Live program, uh, trying to get across the idea that training has real business results.
Yes,
Without training, you don't have employee morale, productivity,
absolutely.
retention, profitability.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's what I keep trying to do.
Yeah, yeah. I've found 'cause I've had a lot of jobs. I was telling you earlier, Deborah. I've found a lot of companies. They'll just do the bare minimum, like because there's a maximum, but they'll do the bare minimum just to survive and get their paycheck. Whereas if you can lift that morale, they want to win and they want to see you win, so everyone wins. So that's the whole idea. It's not I. It's supposed to be we, as a team. Um, Tell us, Deborah, some of the one of the important moments in your career that changed. You started telling us for that one, changed the direction in which you were going. What happened that made you pivot?
In the early 70s, I established the first feminist theater in the Midwest with another woman, and we were performing our play Empty Space Blues, which dealt with how the feminist movement affected women both positively and negatively. And after the play, we would open it up for conversation with the audience. And since this was 1972 and 1973, this is when Ms. Magazine first came out with Gloria Steinem having her showing standing with her fist in the air, new assertive women unite. Well, there were two women professors in the audience that evening, and they came up to me after we led the audience discussion, and they said, "We want you to teach assertiveness." And I said, "Great, what's that?" And they said, "That's what you're doing, read this book." And thanks to them, that's how I got into the field of training.
Great story, great story. I got to tell you a quick story. I had a woman come on, and I interview a lot of guests, and you're one of them. And women come on, and then some of these women aren't women; they're ladies, as you are, right? And the big difference, right? A lady. It's a badge of honor. You just are, you are, right? Anyway, this lady came on, and she said, and I nearly fell off my stool. She said, Jeff, two things. She said, be a better human. And my marketing brain went, wow, be a better human. I can see it now. T-shirts, mugs, pens. I'll go to Africa. I'll drill holes in the ground and find water for people. And I said, hang on, settle down, Jeff. You've got enough on your plate already, right? But I thought, what a profound statement. Be a better human. But then she went on to say, Jeff, I'm not a CEO. I'm a she-EO, SHE. And that had a profound effect on me because it made me think instantly. You meet the girl, you're 25, you meet the girl, you buy the house with the white picket fence, but then your partner turns that house into a home. Then she has your children. Then she cooks your meals. Then she looks after the children, the house, and you. She sends you out the door every morning in a nice clean shirt and your briefcase with a nice cut lunch and a kiss at the door and say, go get them, Tiger. And you go out and work for 8 hours, whereas she stays home and does 24 hours, right? So who's the real hero? It's women. And I'm so happy that it's taken a long time and still will. So they're starting to speak up. They're elevating themselves. There's so many new women's groups out there, and they're really elevating themselves. It's fantastic to see. You know, but I'm in their corner. I'm all for women. I think it's fantastic. So I had to tell you that little backstory. Um, Tell us, in your opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that have contributed to your amazing success over all these years?
One, I have the skill to design accelerated learning
Mm,
curriculum and facilitate accelerated learning training. I'm willing to listen and to learn. And you and I were talking about how AI has given
yes.
us even more
Yep.
to learn, and then apply what I've learned. And then a willingness to take a risk to start a business when I was pregnant with my second child,
Yes.
to go alone to conduct training in all of those international places,
Amazing.
including Jordan when it was a war zone. Not
Wow.
war, Jordan, Croatia when it was a war zone. I think those, being open, being willing to learn, being willing to admit mistakes
Yeah. Having
and to make them.
Yeah, having spoken to Deborah earlier, she's got empathy in spades. She's a great listener, and that's part of. I'm sure that's part of her secret. Listening to the problem and then finding a solution for it. And the other one is, and you guys, you need this. She's got integrity, and you either got it or you ain't got it. But she's got, both the empathy and the integrity. So listen to this woman. Reach out. If you want to know more about training, reach out. Cost you nothing, guys. All you freebie seekers out there, reach out, have a cup of coffee with this lady and find out what she can do for you and your organization. And I guarantee you, if she can't help you with her years of experience, she'll know someone else who can. So you're on a winner. So reach out and have a chat to this lady. Tell me,
Thank you.
how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's the secret there?
Reading, constantly
Yeah, I love that.
constantly meeting new people, attending webinars, reading books and articles about training and management development. And I meet new people every week as I interview them on my LinkedIn Live program, which is every Tuesday
Nice.
at 10 Central Time, The Learning Advantage from Insight to Impact,
Love
where
it. Yeah.
I'm hearing everybody's perspective on how real learning results in key business results.
One of the things I said years ago, and not to be derogatory, I say to people, listen to everybody because some of the best ideas come out of the mouths of idiots, right? I've made millions of dollars from some of my team members who gave me an idea that they didn't do, but I grabbed the idea and ran with it. And there were ideas like how to save money, how to do things better, et cetera, et cetera. So listening is an awesome skill, guys. So listen to everybody, right? You don't know. And another one, Deborah, I had a coach. I had 3 coaches years ago when I was about 40. I decided I wanted to get better. I got some 3 coaches in. 2 of them were hopeless. Within 1 month, they were paying me to coach them. They were useless. The third guy, my ego got in the way. I didn't like him and what he was trying to tell me. I wasn't listening, right? And finally, about 2 years, I paid him $20,000. 2 years after he left, it goes in my head. It's there every day now. It's this. You'll love it. You don't know what you don't know, and it is so true, right?
Very true.
Deborah
Yes.
and I are learning every day, guys. And I tell you, readers are leader. I left school at 14. I got all my knowledge from books. My first book I thought was going to save my life was The Lazy Man's Way to Riches. It still goes down as one of my favorite books. But I'm an avid reader. Like Deborah, I'm a lifelong learner. And when you stop learning, guys, the game's over, I can assure you. Right. So keep learning. Tell us a recent project or achievement, Deborah, amongst your many, many. Tell us one that you're particularly proud of, please.
Well, a recent achievement is I was working with a management team where trust was an issue.
Mm.
Their trust was about 30% between the 7 members of the team.
Mm.
And so I interviewed each one of them and I conducted a survey. And as a result of my findings, I created a retreat where they got a chance to know
Nice.
each other from a different perspective.
Yeah, more relaxed. Yeah.
More relaxed, having fun, hearing each other,
Yeah.
their stories, which they didn't know.
Yes.
And when I surveyed them again 3 months later, that trust level was up to 85%.
Fantastic. As I say, teamwork makes the dream work, guys. All right.
It
And I've seen
does.
some of these retreats are amazing because you get in there and you do team activities and like you say, you sit around after hours, have a chat, and you get to know things you never knew about the other person. Because this time you're taking the time to find out, right? So it's pretty awesome. I love the fact that you do your LinkedIn Live. You're reaching that audience, Deborah, and you're spreading the word. And that's a wonderful achievement in itself, right? Tell
Thank
me,
you.
a 20-year-old comes to you, a niece, a daughter, a son, a nephew, and they say, Deborah, I've just left school. What do you think I should do with myself? What would your advice be?
Take risks.
Love that one. That's a great.
Look at what doors are open to you and walk through them.
Yeah,
It's scary.
absolutely.
You may make mistakes, but it's the only way that you'll learn.
Yeah, yeah.
And that,
I love that.
and also you mentioned, listen, learn from other people,
Yeah,
and be grateful.
yeah. Nice summary. I add to that and I say travel. You've done it, Deborah. I say travel. You'll meet so many like-minded around your own neighborhood. You'll meet people who've never left a suburb, let alone the state. But if you travel, you'll meet so many like-minded people. It'll open up your mind. You'll see a different perspective of how other people live and the adventures you'll have. And find your passion. Once you find your passion, like Deborah, you'll never work another day in your life. She could work 16 hours and not even think about it. And the other one is get a mentor. Reach out to people like myself or Deborah. If you don't know what you don't know, reach out and we'll educate you a bit further. Add to your knowledge. And like I say, if we don't know, we probably know someone else who does know. And like podcasts are so much fun, and you get to learn different things. Every podcast I do, I learn something from my members, every one of them. And that's what adds to my knowledge. Not only am I promoting my member, I'm promoting me, right? Because Jeff's the guy who knows the guy, that type of thing. Anyway, moving along. Looking ahead, you're only at base camp, Deborah. What are your goals and aspirations for the future?
I want to keep on doing what I'm doing.
Hmm.
I want to continue to build skill building learning experiences and help develop managers and trainers internationally.
Yes.
That's my goal.
Yeah, I love it. You know, I told you about wisdom coming in. One day I'm sitting here saying, "Oh, I've just completed the 5,000 jigsaw. Oh, I'm so good." And then God tapped me on the shoulder and said, "No, you're at base camp, son. Here's a million-piece one. Try this one." And that's what life's about. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, there's more challenges, right?
Yes.
Every
Yes.
day, every day. That's what makes it so much fun, right? Um, Tell our listeners and people watching this wonderful podcast, what's the best way to connect with you, Deborah, and find out more about your amazing international services?
The best way is to contact me through LinkedIn.
Lovely.
Deborah Spring Laurel, Master Trainer.
Yeah, there it is, guys. You know, pretty simple stuff, guys. Reach out to this amazing lady, guys. It can be life-changing for you and your organization. And what do you lose by grabbing a cup of coffee? Like I got a Milo here. Grab a cup of coffee and have a chat to Deborah. It costs you nothing, remember? Nothing, zero. But it could change you and your organization. There's the offer for you, guys. Now, by the way, guys, 15 Minutes of Fame is all about you. What we do, we have an interview, we turn the whole thing into a mini movie. I want you to think about this. A TV commercial is going to set you back $20,000 or $30,000. And guess what? It's in the middle of a movie. As soon as it comes on, people jump up, go and grab a beer, grab a hot dog, or they go to the toilet. They miss the whole darn thing. Trust me. 10 radio spots in your city are going to set you back around $3,000 to $4,000. And they'll play them like they promise. They invariably play them at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep. Come on 15 Minutes of Fame and we'll put you across Quora, Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook group, YouTube, and our new school channel with all of your links potentially putting you in front of hundreds of prospects. And if you're clever, you'll take the recording that we give you and you'll put it everywhere. You'll go on LinkedIn and say, I was interviewed by the guru. This is what we said, etc., etc. So guys, there's a challenge for you. If you want to get more fame, more fortune, come on 15 Minutes of Fame. Deborah, before we wrap it up, we can't let you go without you telling us a fun fact about yourself that people don't know.
I have children every 18 years.
Wow.
I had two. I only have two, but I needed to have them in the house to program the VCR and the TV.
Yeah. Unpaid labor. No, I love it. And Deborah, you've been an awesome guest. Any last words for our people watching?
You'll always be an imposter. You will
Absolutely.
always feel that you don't know enough.
Yeah.
Trust that you do.
Yeah.
Trust who you are and trust what you can do for other people,
Yeah.
and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, I think about that quite often, and I think to myself, and I believe this too, I believe we're only using about 10% of our brain. There's so much more we can learn. And last night I was at a restaurant, I was looking across at a lady who was breastfeeding a baby, and I thought to myself, how the hell does that baby grow up and learn and know so much? How does that happen? Where's the transition from there to where you and I are? It's pretty amazing, isn't it? When you think about it, it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You've been a wonderful guest. Thanks for listening, Deborah. You've been awesome. And thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for letting me be here. It's been wonderful.